can I ask an off the topic question that for Maurizio to clear up for me? Another big story you were involved in was last year when To the Stars puts out their show about the Italian helicopter. Can you talk about that? Because you were involved on the Italian side, just to give the true story of what happened there, because they were putting out the fact that this helicopter was shot down and all this kind of stuff.
The helicopter, first of all, was not a military helicopter, but it was the equivalent is the Italian Protezione Civile, which is the equivalent of FEMA.
Okay.
So it is it was a copter involved in a search all over the area, the sea area, and on the seashore where this little town, this village, Canneto di Caronia, is there, you know, where the flames were erupting like from nowhere for no reason, and so far so on. The Italians that To the Stars met are representing CUN, C-U-N, which is a study organization on ufology held, whose major representative is Pinotti, Roberto Pinotti. I don't understand why they were able, I'm talking about the Italians in this case, the CUN people were able to either convince or tell to the Americans, To the Stars people, that thing was that they had the images of an incident, an air incident that occurred because there was that copter either following or followed by a ball of light, an object, a luminous object, who chased the copter and then hit the copter, and if not destroyed the copter in his, you know, it wasn't so serious. The accident wasn't so serious, and in fact, the copter returned to base. Now, the assumption was that that was a war scenario between a UFO and a terrestrial helicopter. This war scenario pertains to a way of thinking, let's say, a very distorted way of thinking about the UFO phenomenon. Because I'm not saying that all the aliens are good or they are bad. I'm only saying that we never had the physical evidence that something like that ever occurred, and that they shoot, that the UFO did shoot a ray using light particles or something like that to hit and destroy an opponent. This is a thing that I really, to me, is very despicable. And I said to, not to Pinotti, but to another guy of CUN, that was really horrible. Also because we Italians, we didn't appear so intelligent, because afterwards, you have to tell me why you're coming out now with these bolts in the year 2019, that was last year, considering the fact that the incidents, the so-called fires of Caronia occurred almost 20 years before. Why the heck, for your entire life, as represented, most important ufologist, Italian ufologist, you did be so silent about this major incident? Are you crazy? What kind of role are you playing, Mr. Pinotti? That's my question.
Beautiful. Thanks for clarifying that.
All right.
I know they were trying to, the Americans, I think, were trying to play the threat game, because you're going to Congress and you're going to the Senate and you want money, so you have to present some sort of threat. Otherwise, nobody's going to give you any money. I mean, if it's just UFOs that are interesting, nobody cares. So you present it as a threat. So they use the Italian story to hype up the story that UFOs are a threat.
Yeah, but don't tell me that this story, which came out on the American TV, convinced Mr. Trump to organize a space cadets situation right now. You know, they have special interplanetary forces now, and I don't believe that it's because the Italians were so stupid.
Well, Grant, you got an international point of view here that you're going to release.
Beautiful.
And also, I want to reiterate that that's the kind of work I do is international. I mean, because you have to go to the source of whatever the story is. You can't go to somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who has gossip. So, Maurizio, we're so grateful to you. For me, this was my boss. So for me, I've worked with him for 25 years when I was in Italy. He's probably the best ufologist in Europe. And there isn't one subject he can't speak about because he covered it. We covered it in the magazines.
Beautiful. Are they still putting out the magazine? What are you doing now, Maurizio?
No, I'm dealing with music. I am the art director of a vinyl store.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. We have 30,000 records at home, and tomorrow morning we'll reopen after 2 months, almost 2 months of closed down.
Bravo.
You know,
Okay,
lockdown.
Grant, I will tell you though, he still lectures because I was supposed to lecture with him and Paul Hynek in Rome. And the three of us still lecture. I mean, we go all over Italy still because they respect him so much.
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay.
I'm
Thanks a
honored to
lot,
have been involved.
guys. Okay. Hope to see you soon, okay? Grazie. Ciao, good night.
Ciao.
Have a good one. Ciao, ciao.